Hello again. How is everyone? I hope everyone is doing fine. We are now nearing to Christmas period and everyone is in a joyful, happy mood, right? So today we're gonna have some interesting, happy stories, right? I think it goes, oh, we always have happy stories, don't we? I mean, we may start off with something, not so good, but in the end, it's always happy ending, right? Because of the iTerra Care. So welcome everyone. Yes, I'm in a pretty happy mood because our company has just been to an amazing place at HQ, Malaysia. We went somewhere. I'm going to show you the video maybe next week, all right, of what we did. It's pretty amazing for all the staff. And we had a team building event and a gala dinner, okay, that I think the world should see so that they can feel what this company is all about, right? Okay, so today we have very special guests with us, two of them, but I'm going to introduce the first one. And this person, I mentioned his name, I think two or three live streams away when we featured Kevin Street and Andrea Street, remember? Right? The couple, and also with Stacy. Well, today you're going to meet this guy, and he is their upline, all right? So please welcome John King, all the way from Canada. Hi, John, how are you? You have to unmute yourself. Great to have you in our live stream today. And yeah, let me give you a little bit of, give our viewers a little bit of background about you before I get you to say something, all right? John has been in the network marketing industry before. When I say before, means he has actually retired, all right? And he's retired in a comfortable home, as you can see, the beautiful place that he has. If you can tilt a little bit up, people can see upstairs of your wonderful, beautiful house. Oh, there you go, right? So it's warm and cozy in Canada, and he has comfortably retired as a result of network marketing, which he has been involved in for I think 10 years or a little bit more than that. And he has learned a lot in that 10 years and also earned a lot. All right. I know some people, may look at network marketing as something not for them, but then there are also a lot of people where network marketing can be life-changing, as in the case of John King. Right, John, please share with us, how did your journey begin? What were you as in your profession before you got involved in network marketing? Tell us about it.
Great. Thanks so much, James. I really appreciate you having me on the call today. And of course, Ash. And yeah, I just want to go back and give you a little bit of a little snapshot of how it all began for me. And just so you know, I was a painting contractor, painting homes commercially and residentially, and worked for myself. And the reason I became a painter was my dad was a painter. So I always say it was his fault that I became a painter. So I had, but I must admit, I had a really good mentor to teach me how to be a good painter. And that was number one, is what he taught me.
Okay.
But, and here I was at age 55, a painter my whole life. And I tried to escape once, but it didn't work. And so I just stuck out what I was really good at, but I did enjoy it because as you go on in your career, you love it more and more, it seems, Well, about 10 years ago, I had no more employees and I was painting a house, and I'd set the ladder up on a Monday morning, and I was on the deck working, and I stepped off. I was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I stepped off the deck onto the top of the ladder to paint an area up over a window, and I went and fell and landed on concrete steps.
Wow.
And I was paralyzed from the waist down.
Wow.
Paralyzed from the waist down.
That must have been traumatic for you. I mean,
oh, and I was laying there. If you all remember the recession of 08 that we all went through, you remember that?
Oh yeah.
I had made an investment in real estate in 09 because I was semi-retired, but I'd done well. But I made an investment that didn't work out, let's say, because I bought it in 09 and things stayed flat.
Yeah.
And then 3 or 4 years later, I had a lot of debt. Okay. Then here I was laying on the steps, paralyzed and waist down, thinking, what am I going to do now? Right? I'm done. I can't walk. I'm paralyzed. I'm going to have to sell my house and move into a condo and go around on a skateboard. I
Yeah.
thought I was hooped. But I kept thinking, you know, I got debt. That's why I got to go to work. What do I do? You know, now painting, you know, I was starting to feel a little bit uneasy when I was on the ladder, you know. So when I fell, I wasn't really that surprised, you
Yeah.
know.
So
So
there was this phobia, but maybe that was the awakening for you into
well,
something better, right?
that's a great point because I
Right.
asked God to help me, and the feeling came back, but there was a lump the size of my fist on my back.
Wow.
So that same week, I went to look at another job, and a friend of mine said, "John, there's something I'd like to share with you." That happened on Monday, where I fell. Thursday, I got introduced to network marketing.
You know
Is
what
that a
they say.
coincidence?
You know what they say, John. Everything happens for a reason. If you didn't have that experience and your friend had shared that with you, you probably wouldn't have joined him, right?
You're right. And
Yeah.
that was the best. I always tell people to this day, that was the best thing. That the worst thing is the best thing that ever happened to me, ever. And that's always a good story. You're going to go through hard times in your life, but that means something better is coming, if you understand that. There's
Yes.
always something better. So I looked at that over the weekend, looked at the videos. Monday, he followed up with me like a good networker. What did you like about it, John? I said, there was a lot I liked about it. What do I need to do next? Well, that was Monday he called. Then Tuesday, there was a meeting. Can you come to the meeting Tuesday? I said, I'm there. So I went to the meeting. A guy did a presentation. I'm like, wow, this can work into a full-time gig, and I can make a lot more than I'm doing painting. And plus, I get to work at home. Wow, how can you beat that? And I love where I live too, you know. So I went to work. Okay. And in my first year, I was able to make enough, which was $150,000 to cover my wage of my work wage from painting. And
Yeah.
once I was able to replace that, then I was full time.
Fantastic. And I guess in the process, especially at the earlier stage of network marketing, tell us your experience. I mean, you had to educate yourself, you have to immerse yourself into whatever you can learn and grab, as much information on your own. And I guess with upline support and all that, did you have to go through all that?
Absolutely. That's a fantastic point, because once I found out why I had to do this, I had to figure out how. And so when I was at that meeting on Tuesday night, when I looked at the guy up front and I said, if he can do it, I can do it. And my mentor right away, you remember those little iPods where you could listen, listen with
Yeah,
in your ears?
yeah.
Well, he gave me an iPod
I had
with
one of
Eric.
those.
Yeah. On Tuesday, he gave me an iPod with Eric Worre's book, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Pro. So I
Fantastic.
on Wednesday, I went to work and I listened all day. Thursday, I listened all day. Friday, I listened all day. Oh, and by the way, I didn't tell you that I listened at nighttime too. My wife we were sitting at home. She'd had a movie on and I kept listening and listening. I listened to it 30 times that week on how to
Wow.
do this.
30 times.
30
Guys,
times.
are you listening? Don't always say, hey, upline, I want this. Upline, where is it? Upline, how do I learn everything? Right? That's what you did, isn't it? Learn
I absorbed
everything. Okay, okay. Well done. Well done. Amazing. I mean, I love the way you push yourself and you listen 30 times. Wow, that's awesome. All right, tell us more. So I guess you would have started off sponsoring your initial frontliners. Some wanted to just use the product, some wanted to build the business, and some built halfway and decided that it's not for me and left you. And you have some big leaders that came in and they probably left as well. And then you have to continue building. Tell us, I mean, the good and the bad and whatever, right? How you made it in network marketing. That's what we want to know. We want to know your challenges, your story.
Yeah, well, that's a great point, because it's called network marketing, and we capitalize the work part, because if you do the work, it will work out for you, right? And they say network marketing, but I also say relationship marketing, because the key to this business is relationships, right? You're going to hear from Ashley in a little while on how our relationship has grown since she came into the business from somebody else, and we became. That's how it works. We all learn about relationships on how to build this business. And so, yes, did I have some people that left that didn't stick it out because it was a lot of work? Yeah, I did. But I had some diamonds that came up that I didn't know they were diamonds yet, and they became diamonds, right? And that's what I love about this company. It's got the, the silver, gold, and diamond.
Wow. It's a little bit deja vu for you, right?
It is. It is. It really is. It's
Okay, then we added on the 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, and Sapphire Director, and so on, right? So, you obviously had built a pretty large network for you to enjoy financial freedom before you sort of was taken out of your retirement or comfort zone and back into networking again. Now, tell us a little bit more, because earlier on in our live stream we talked to Mr. Eddie Tan and some of the successful networkers, but we have been covering a lot of health testimonials in the past many live streams. So I take this opportunity from a successful networker like yourself. What was it like? I mean, what's the secret? What is it that you need to do to build network? I mean, do you need to build deep? I mean, what are the things? How do you duplicate and multiply? Tell us about it.
That's a good point. Yeah. First off, your belief level on whatever you're doing. That's number one. If you believe in what you're doing, there's nothing that will stop you. Nothing. You have to have the belief as number one. And then from there, and like I said, I'd said to you earlier, it's all about relationship marketing. Okay. Now, I brought in 32 people, but you know what? My organization has grown to over 3,300 people in it now, right? In 9 months. Why? Because I look for the diamonds down in the group, right? When I sent that device out to Kevin, I don't know if you want me to touch on that. I had no idea.
Please do.
Yeah.
Tell us about how you sponsored Kevin. It was a gift initially, right? And then, how did it all? I'm sure a lot of people are curious. How did it all start? And as a result of Kevin, you have Stacy, and today we have this wonderful person that I can't wait to. Please hang on there. We'll introduce you in a short while. Tell us about it, John.
Well, that's so true when you said that, because we live in a connected economy now, don't we? Everything is connected. We're all connected in this economy, right? It's a global connection through the internet. And have I been to Ash's house? No, I haven't. Been to Stacy's home? No. Have I been to Andrea's? No. But we're all connected. And so if you follow a paycheck, if that's the main thing of why you do something, the chances are you're not going to have a lot of success, right? But if you follow, you know what happens with this? What I love about this company is that I didn't join this for the money. Okay. Now, when I first joined, I shouldn't say I joined. What happened was a friend of mine sent it to me and he said, John, I've got something for you to look at. And I said, no, I'm retired. I'm fishing. I don't have time. I know what it takes. I'm not doing it. He goes, but John, I know what you've been doing for the last couple of years. And I know how you care about people and their health of what's happened. And I have something I believe will help that. Well, when he said it like that, I had to listen. He got my attention, right? So I'm like, okay, I need to look at some of these videos. So I looked at them and I bought 3 devices right away. And I sent 2 out to the sickest people I know, because I'm doing this because if this works like it says, I'm going to look for the sickest people possible. Yeah. So I sent out to those 2 people and I said, when you get it, and I gifted it to them too, right? Because they were in bad ways, financially and health-wise. Yeah. And so I said, that's what I'm going to do this for. This is why I would do this, right? And so then when I got the results back from both of them, I'm like, wow, we really have something special. I won't elaborate on what they had, but it made major changes to their life. So once that happened, where do you think this device ended up on me? It ended up right in here, didn't it? In my heart.
Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. Right?
And so what happens to your heart when you start to hear more testimonies and hear about people? Your heart gets bigger. Look at this. Look at, wow. Watch it grow. Look at it growing.
I love that. I love that. Oh, yes. Beautiful.
And really, we have lots of room in our hearts to help people, don't we?
We do.
We do. That's why we do what we do right here. It's right there. Not the paycheck. I don't even know where my wallet is, because it's not that. I don't need the money. but I
John,
know that this does. That's why I sent it to Kevin.
if only we can have more people like you giving love to the world, and I'm sure we will, all right? So this thing can be contagious, right? So you have just kickstart something and you have helped other human beings, and that is a wonderful thing. Kevin and Andrea are doing the same thing. Stacy is doing the same thing, and the next guest, maybe we should introduce her now, right? And she
Sure,
will
go
be
right
doing the
ahead.
same thing too. I feel the vibration is fantastic from her. So this next guest is actually Kevin, Stacy. Stacy's downline, right? But they're working very closely together. That is just the upline support, right? And can we please welcome? She wants to be introduced as just simply Ash from South Carolina. Can we welcome Ash? How are you, Ash?
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're most welcome. You're most welcome. Now, I know you're working very closely with John, but
Yes.
before I get into that, all right, John, you just have excuses for a while, all right. I just want to cover how you got involved in this. I mean, why did you get the iTerra Care in the first place? Can you tell us?
Yes, I was following Stacy's story on social media because she was experiencing an injury. So I've for 2 years followed her, and then she had mentioned, I'm getting a product that I'm excited about. And then I saw the transformation and rapidly of her health to a vibrant woman that I just had not seen in years. And I knew right then, I immediately got involved. I
Ash,
messaged her that day.
I'm sorry, but let me just pause for a while. You followed her 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yeah.
So you were probably in the TikTok account that they cut off, right?
Yeah, I
heard about
was.
it. Yeah.
And I prayed for her. I prayed for her for 2 years. And I've told her this. So I felt like what I was seeing was the answer to myself and others' prayers.
I know. I really felt when I watched those videos of her. Wow.
Yeah.
And so you empathize with her situation, but yet you couldn't do anything to help her, right? And she even announced that she's gonna get this device, am I right? And
Yes.
And you saw the transformation. So when you saw that, why did you buy it? I mean, for what purpose?
Well, I have a 22-year-old son who got sick during the pandemic, and he actually his heart stopped for 20 seconds, and he is now in a state of kind of I don't want to say brain damaged, but he's going through what they call long haulers COVID. He's
Okay.
had it for a year. We've been to the emergency room 35 times in a year. He's had a seizure. He's just very, very sick. So when I saw the hope of other people who were severely injured, I knew I had to get involved because I'm going to be healing my son with this device.
Yeah.
I knew that God had a plan and all of this was coming together for a reason. I just knew it.
And your son is still in the hospital, as I understand, and going to be discharged, and yeah. And
yep, he will get his.
You started blowing on him already. Tell us about it.
I did. I started blowing on the soles of his feet and the palms of his hands and the back of his knees. I'm just trying to avoid the pacemaker. He's getting his pacemaker out in 10 days. And then when that happens, he's going to be drinking the water multiple times a day. I'm going to be wanding him all over. And then I can't wait for him to be my biggest testimony.
Yeah, I'm sure it will happen. Now, let's talk about you. All right. So while waiting for going all out to, blow on your son, what did you do with yourself? Tell us about it.
You can see I have a huge stack of wands in my house right now because
Can I have your permission to share your photo?
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely. Please share it.
Yeah, I showed it to John. He sent it to me, but yeah, anyway, this is your photo.
Yes, that is 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Look at the one on the left and the one on the right. Yes, I mean, there is the makeup, lipstick, but my goodness, look at the
my age spots are gone. They're
Yeah,
gone.
the texture, the blemishes, and the skin is like you had a facelift or Botox, or I don't know what you, it's like something
Yeah.
happened,
And
right?
look at the color of my eyes from drinking the water and detoxing. I feel like my brain is so crisp. My vision is better. I mean, you know what I'm talking about.
So this is over 2 weeks.
This
You
is 2 weeks.
You drank the Wondered water. How many cups a day? I mean, sorry, Ash, a lot of our viewers, especially ladies, maybe guys as well, would like to know your routine. What did you do?
Yes.
Tell us.
Okay. Here's
Yeah.
what I've done for the last 2 weeks. I would drink the Wanded water, and then I would give myself a full body treatment, and I focused on my face with the wand, because when you're caring for a sick child, there's nothing that can age you faster than that.
Yeah.
And I saw myself aging. So when I got this, I thought, well, I'll try it while I'm waiting. And then I would drink a charged water after the treatment. And then I would do the same process at night. So I was doing a full body treatment, AM and PM, and 4 glasses of charged water per day.
Wow.
And then my husband started saying, what's going on? What's going on? Because your skin looks different.
You noticed the difference, for sure. I mean,
He did.
and is he trying it now? Is he,
Oh,
enjoying?
yeah. Yeah. We got the stand for it, and he sits in the chair and lets it. And he was the biggest skeptic of all. But now he uses it every day, and he had shoulder arthritis, which is now, I'd say it's about 85% gone.
Wow. That's a huge.
So now I have to buy a second wand.
Okay, because he's fighting with you for the wand, right?
Yes.
So, okay, there you go. Well, guys, viewers out there, even it's usually, when you have a spouse and, it's a little bit skeptical kind of thing. But when you start seeing wonderful effect, you just, a lot of things have been said. I mean, a lot of times people say, well, it's too good to be true, but it is true. All you need to do is just to try it, isn't it? What have you got to lose? Nothing to lose, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And as a woman, I was a little hesitant to let my picture be shown and on my Facebook too, but people need to know. People need to know the truth. And we're all about being honest about who we are. And that's how many of us feel. My before picture is where a lot of us are right now after the last 2 years. We're aged, we're tired, we need hope. And this is the first thing that's really given me hope in this magnitude in a long time.
Yeah, and I have to apologize just before I ask. I know it's rude to ask a woman how old she is, but how old are you right now?
I'm 52. I'm 52.
And really strong, right? I mean, doing all the
strong.
stuff.
Oh, I joined the gym. Yeah. I joined the gym after starting the iTerra Care because the energy is
super high.
Super high. You have to experience it. You really, John could tell you, you have to experience it for yourself. I never dreamed I'd be joining the gym at 52, but that's what's happening.
Amazing. And we'll bring on John right now because we're now going to talk about networking. So because the product worked wonderfully well for you, and as you said, behind you, there's a lot of iTerra Care. So tell us about your business and whether you know something about networking or you don't know anything about it, and how did John come into the picture to help you? You're a few layers down, and how is your relationship? How is it?
Oh, John and I are very close. We have met, and he immediately, I told him, John, when we on one of our first conversations, I said, I'm going to be your best salesperson. I'm going to be one of the top salespeople. And he kind of giggled and said, okay, well, let's see. And I decided that's it. I'm going to do it. And because you can be as big as you want with this organization, it's all in how much you can share to other people what you've been going through. And then they can understand and give it a try for themselves, like John has.
Yeah. Now, John, tell us, how do you support Ash?
Well, and that's exactly it. It's relationship marketing, right? But Quite often what happens is you'll look down in your downline and you'll get into, and I tell all of my people as they come in, when you get your leaders in your group, send them to me and I will work with them, talk to them, because that's what we do. We tap root. We're giving Ash roots and teaching her how to build her business the right way by putting roots down. And then there's a tap root right down in the middle, why that tree doesn't blow over, right?
Okay.
Because
Let's talk a little bit about the tap root thing, right? So
Okay.
essentially, you are working deep in your organization, am I right? So it's like that root, which is like going
Yes.
deep, so that the foundation of that tree is very strong. Is that what you're doing? Is that what you mean by tap root?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right, James. And that's, as a leader, you learn how to do that. You look down into the team, and I find a diamond in Ash, who is now diamond, by the way, who became a diamond just recently, 2 days ago, Ash.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yes, he did.
Which is so exciting, which I knew she would be. And so then I work really hard with her, and I tell her, bring your leaders, just like I did when I started with Kevin and Andrea, gave Kevin a device. And then I didn't know that Andrea was a networker, and look what she's done, right?
Yeah,
She's
amazing.
fantastic, right?
Amazing. Yeah.
And she found Stacy, and Stacy is doing great too, right? And then she introduced me to Ash, and I'm going to work with Ash. And then when she finds somebody deep down, so we're going to make their businesses stable. A storm will come. Every business has it. There'll be a storm that will come, but it'll be solid because they got solid roots down with their leaders, right? Keep their
Amazing.
tree from falling over.
Amazing. And another thing that I think we touched on, John, was that every customer, when they open their box, what is it that they should do? Tell us.
Yeah. And so we try to give that personal touch, right? When somebody orders a wand from you, what we want you to do is say, call me when it comes, and we'll do a live call, and we're going to do what's called a grand opening, where we open the box right in front of me together on a live call together, and then I'll go through it. We'll have the pitcher, and we'll wand the water in the pitcher, and then we'll do your drink the water, 2 glasses of warm water, and then you do your points first. Start off easy, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, right?
Wow.
We start off right.
So basically, what you're doing is taking them by the hand, guiding them each step of the way, and showing how it should be done correctly. Wow, that is a lot of work, but it pays off because they're gonna feel, the healing. They're gonna feel your relationship, as you mentioned, and also when this thing kicks in and everything starts to work, they feel your energy of support, and that's how your network will grow. Wow, guys, amazing, amazing, amazing.
And that's how it duplicates, right, James?
Yes,
so if you teach
absolutely.
good habits to them all the way down, your organization
Absolutely.
will grow like crazy because we care, right?
Exactly.
We're operating from where again. Here it comes. You ready? There's that heart again.
Yeah.
Right there. That's where we're operating from.
Yep. And I've also noticed that, in the last 2 years, we've had, with the lockdowns and when the, we've all kind of lost that personal touch with one another.
Yeah.
And it's been a lot of isolating to people. They felt lonely. And honestly, this connection with people and helping them is such a positive force of love that has been missing the last few years. I feel reconnected to humans. I feel reconnected to people in a way that I genuinely want to help them feel better. And then they pass that on. This is a chain reaction of love. And we have been missing that for so long. And it's a beautiful thing to be involved with.
So you're essentially saying that because of the COVID, because of the pandemic, there's this void, this vacuum.
Yes.
And
yes.
Now you have that opportunity to reconnect.
To reconnect again.
Not only that, but to help them, because you have something that can, change their lives.
I believe that this is a rescue mission. I call it our rescue mission. And I've told John that this is God's rescue mission. And I take it very seriously.
Ash, when you use the words rescue mission, you're not really looking into the money. Yes, it's a business, but actually your priority is helping humanity.
Yes. We are rescuing them from
I love you guys.
Devastating.
And I mean, that's what we are in, all right?
Yeah.
That's what the bosses, the management, that's what we believe in, helping humanity. So
Yes.
wow, I'm so deeply touched. And thank you so much. I think we are 30 minutes, and thank you, and continue to do what you do. John, you're amazing, wonderful human being. Thank you for
Thank you.
coming out of your time, but you can still go fishing once in a while. And Ash, I can't wait to hear the story about your son. So
Yes.
do-
When he's healed, I would love to give everyone the update.
we'll bring you back.
Thank you.
So thank you, and all the very best to both of you.
God-
Thank you so much.
God bless you. Thank you.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas to everybody.
Well, there you have it, guys. I mean, what a wonderful sharing by John and also by Ash. So it's all about helping humanity, and if something being said today that actually touch you, right? And you have some medical problem or situation that you think you want to improve on, give it a try. I don't think you have much to lose. Give it a try. All right, hope to see you all next week. But next week, let me just announce this. Because of Christmas on the 25th, which is a Sunday, no. So there will be a live stream on Christmas Day. No way, right? So we're going to push it a little bit earlier. So it'll be on December 23rd. Okay. December 23rd is a Friday, and that will be our live stream day. Okay. And that will be the same for January 1. So there won't be a January 1 live stream. It will be changed to December 30th. Of course, not on 31st, because no, that's New Year's Eve, right? Nobody is going to watch live stream. All right. So have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and stay tuned. Next week's story will be awesome as well. Oh, sorry. It's not next week. It's coming Friday. Bye.
Medical disclaimers. iTerra Classic and iTerra Pro are not medical devices. The information provided on our website is for educational purposes only and does not substitute for professional medical advice. Please consult a medical professional or healthcare provider if you are seeking medical advice, diagnoses, or treatment. Praif International shall not be liable for risks or issues associated with using or acting upon the information on our website. Praif International shall not be liable or responsible for the actions, misrepresentations, or negligence of our members who are independent contractors.